While Washington stalled for 41 days, Atlanta rose up. And maybe that's the lesson. Real legacy never waits for permission. When OutKast said the South got something to say at the 1995 Source Awards, they meant that truth doesn't need a quorum. While DC played musical chairs with power, Atlanta kept the beat. Culture keeps rhythm when government drops it. What's up, y'all? And welcome back to The Quiet Loud, where we dig beneath the headlines so you don't have to doom scroll through the noise. I'm DeAntony Collins. Before we get started, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe, hit follow, and we'll keep bringing you a little laughter, a little moral clarity, and a whole lot of truth. This week, it seems the shutdown is coming to an end. But at what cost? 8 Senate Democrats and 1 independent cross the aisle. Millions lose leverage on healthcare, and Washington calls it a return to normal. We'll unpack Trump's flood of pardons, the Supreme Court's new power plays, and how baby formula recall says more about America than a budget ever will. But first, celebration of legacy. Because while politics tries to erase memory, culture always remembers. So let's get into the trending whisper. Big Boy and Andre 3000, Atlanta's own OutKast, officially inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, with the whole Dungeon family on stage to help accept the award. Janelle Monáe, Killer Mike, and Tyler the Creator hit the stage with Big Boy to bring Southern, black, bold brilliance. And Andre 3000, always at the pulse, there were some emotional remarks. Check this out.
One thing that Jack said, man, Jack is, man, he's one of my favorites, man. We love you, man. But one thing that he said something about little rooms, and we started in a little. Little rooms. Great thing to start in little rooms. Yeah, man. That's it.
Long live Uncle Mooney.
So while Washington stalled for 41 days, culture keeps rhythm when government drops it. So let's get into the countdown. The Senate voted 60-40 on November 10th to end the longest government shutdown in U.S. history. 8 Democrats and 1 independent joined Republicans, and they were Cortez Masto, Durbin, Fetterman, Hassan, Kane, Rosen, Shaheen, and Angus King. They said it was to ease the pain, and I get it. Food bank overruns, airports collapsing, workers going unpaid, but the cost. They surrendered leverage for healthcare protections and let 24 million Americans hang in limbo without guaranteed ACA tax credits. Representative Jim McGovern captured the moment best when he said, "We'll give you your food if you let us take away your healthcare." Federal employees who stood their ground now feel the ground gave way beneath them after weeks of protests, hunger drives, solidarity funds, candlelight vigils, all undone by a deal called bipartisan. Meanwhile, Trump dangled his $2,000 tariff dividend, a bribe dressed as charity, while corporate tax breaks worth billions quietly rode in through the same bill. In my opinion, guys, health care is an absolute right. Nutrition is an absolute right. These are things as human beings we need. We need food. We need health care, okay? Every other developed nation in this world gives health care to their citizens. This is the wealthiest nation in all the world. We should be doing no less, okay? Neither should be traded for convenience. So while the headline will say shutdown ends, the fine print will say faith in government expires. And for every worker who held the line, you may feel like you were the collateral this time. And even with the bill passed, America's airports still look like purgatory. Over 1,000 flights canceled, thousands more delayed. Controllers working unpaid for 6 weeks, finally starting to call in sick or quit. Atlanta, Chicago, LAX. The terminals became proof that normal is a myth. But then Trump blamed the workers, calling them disloyal. And at the same time, he goes over to the Supreme Court to block a judge's order to restore SNAP food benefits. 42 million Americans still waiting to eat. Churches in Philadelphia are feeding families with, quote, benefit bridges. Texas pantries ran out in just hours. But Trump's $2,000 checks, just a distraction, guys. Don't fall for it. A photo op for empathy he does not feel. The people get crumbs while corporations get castles. The shutdown doesn't seem like it's ending. It seems like it's mutating. We may reopen the government, but we aren't keeping the promise. And when the airports and the kitchens start to collapse at the same time, you don't have a policy problem, you have a moral problem. It's time to look at that problem. So the Supreme Court is also weighing in on whether Mississippi can discard ballots that arrive after Election Day. Now, if you've been listening, almost each one of these episodes, I've been warning that I believe and know that Trump will try to influence, if not downright just try to corrupt these elections. So like I said, they're weighing in on whether Mississippi can discard ballots that arrive after Election Day, even if they're postmarked on time. So that single ruling could erase thousands of votes nationwide. Meanwhile, the Department of Education got caught using partisan auto replies that mocked teachers' unions. So when you would, place an email or a phone call, you would hear something that was derisive of the teachers' unions. This may seem like a minor act, but it's a major tell. And what it says is ideology isn't creeping into our governance. It's there. This is coming from the same people who were all up in arms about, banning books and what teachers can and cannot say. But what's Trump doing? He's still attacking his own judges for disloyalty. And this is how institutions start to bend. Not from one single blow, but from the constant lean. If you watched a couple episodes ago where I made some comparisons to Trump's 2025 versus Orwell's 1984, you would know that I brought up he who controls the past controls the future, and he who counts the ballots controls democracy. Mississippi may sound far away from you, but the echo will reach your mailbox. When the courts decide whose votes count, the people start counting each other out. And that's where the wedges happen, and that's where the culture wars happen. Don't let them split us up. All right, moving on. By Heart Baby Formula has had to recall every single batch because right now, 15 infants in 12 states have confirmed botulism diagnosis. The FDA says inspections were delayed because of the shutdown. Meanwhile, Trump has pardoned 77 people. Rudy, Mark Meadows, Sidney Powell, John Eastman, all these guys who are architects of the fake electors plot. Not jailed, but rewarded. Trump calls this healing. But it's not healing. It's housekeeping for corruption. He's telling these people that what you do for me, I will protect you. So when he was on 60 Minutes and he's asked about pardoning the Binance CEO, CZ, Trump says, I don't know the guy. Now, CZ was convicted for laundering money into Trump's 2020 campaign. So every accusation is a confession, guys. Every time he says the Democrats are corrupt or there's some kind of a hoax, we know that he's corrupt and he's hoaxing. Trump accused Biden of governing by auto pen, yet he's pardoning people and claiming he didn't even know who they are. While parents can't find formula, he's bottling impunity. The government's lights may be flickering on again, but the alarms are still blaring. So this week, still talking about the Supreme Court, they took up Trump's 2021 tariff expansion, the one that placed duties on Chinese steel and European solar panels, all under the banner of national security. The question though, can a president reshape global trade without Congress ever voting? Because we know, due to Article 1, Congress has the powers of the purse. So everything dealing with money has to go through them, all right? Justice Elena Kagan asked, what stops a future president from declaring even coffee a security threat? That nobody had an answer for. But outside, airlines were still canceling flights as post-shutdown staff shortages spread. UPS and FedEx grounded cargo jets after a runway fire in Kentucky. So planes, policy, justice are all in holding patterns. But when power stops being checked, everything crashes, guys. And this reopened government is just a reopened ledger with the same old names. in the profit column. Before we get out of here, let's do a few follow-ups. One last thing, okay? So first, I have been talking about this for what seems like 5 or 6 weeks, and I said that I would not let this go until we saw some resolution happening, okay? So Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva, after 5 weeks of stalling by Mike Johnson, is finally sworn in. Arizona's District 7 has gone unrepresented during every major funding vote since she was elected. She called the delay, quote, a procedural punishment for winning the wrong way. I think she's right. Representation shouldn't depend on convenience, but we know the real reason for the stall, as she will be the 218th signer of the discharge petition to release the Epstein files, which they're now trying to slowly trickle out. Now, if you go back, I've also said in previous episodes that there would be some resisting or reopening the government until Trump could find somebody to remove their name from this discharge petition. Now, news reports are saying that he's reached out to Representatives Nancy Mace and Lauren Boebert, with Mace not even returning his call and Boebert coming in for a meeting. So we're going to watch this space. Second, Venezuela and Colombia. The Pentagon has confirmed precision strikes on cartel-linked airfields. Caracas calls it an illegal aggression, but Washington is calling it limited engagement. Now it seems as if war is once again how we mark our normalcy. Remember when Trump said, no more stupid wars? What's happening here? This seems like a stupid war, even if there's something legit going on. You know, striking these boats without bringing people in. The last I checked, selling drugs wasn't a capital crime. It is something deemed worthy of charging someone and trying them, but that's not happening. And now they're seeming to push further and further into land. Okay? Let's keep an eye on this, guys. And third, ICE surveillance. This is yet another thing I've talked about before. Homeland Security is rolling out new facial recognition and GPS tracking for migrants and detainees. I talked a little bit about in the last 2 episodes about the rise of Palantir and them being used by DOD and CBP and ICE. Civil rights groups call it probation by algorithm. It's the same government that could not feed families found the funds to follow them instead. These aren't side stories, y'all. And I'm going to keep watching this for you, and I'm going to keep following up on this for you. Just keep watching this space with me, all right? So what did we learn? The shutdown seems to be ending, but so is accountability. We saw Atlanta make music history, while Washington made excuses, pardons, price hikes, policy games, all wrapped in the same flag. And when they say it's just politics, what they mean is it's not about you. So if you learned, laughed, or felt something tonight, please hit subscribe, share this, and tag The Quiet Loud. And as always, I'm going to ask you to be loud in your listening and be real in your truth. I'm DeAntony Collins, and this has been The Quiet Loud. Y'all take care. And listen to some OutKast. Later.